Refreshing your home for spring doesn't have to mean starting over with all new pieces. Welcome to By Design with Christine. I'm Christine, and today I'm styling my dining room and entryway using mostly what I already have on hand, with just a few thoughtful additions to help bring in that lighter spring feel. And be sure you watch till the end, because I'll be sharing 2 delicious recipes that you don't want to miss. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I started in with this taupe-colored glass vase I purchased from H&M Home, and then layered in these 3 stems from West Elm. These are probably some of the most realistic stems I have in my home. And just to add to that realistic aesthetic, I clipped off 2 branches from my blackberry bush outside. I love the texture that these add in. Next, I went in with one of my favorite decor books from the White Company. I'll be sure to list some of my favorites down below in the description box. Next, I went in with a piece that I picked up a couple of years ago from the Antique District. It's this wrought iron bowl. I wanted to give it a little bit of edge, so I spray painted over the original bronze color with this satin finish black, and I just love how this came out. Next, I went in with some of my favorite candles, and you guys have heard me talk about these before. These are from the company LUXE. These are refillable candles that you use with candle oil, and I just purchased mine from Amazon. I love these because it gives you a real flame without the hassle of a traditional wax burning candle. Next, I wanted to restyle my table. If you watched my last video, you'll remember that I purchased this inexpensive cheesecloth from Amazon. I wanted to give the tabletop the texture of fabric without the expense of a full tablecloth. Next, I went in with this tray that I already had on hand. Again, I repainted this using that same black spray paint that I used in the bowl. This tray was originally a bronze color, but I love how it turned out with the black spray paint. And I just filled it with these moss balls that I picked up from Amazon. I wanted to give the table setting a layered look, so I started with these simple placemats and then went in with these coral chargers. I had been eyeing these up at Amazon for about a year and a half, but they were a little bit on the pricey side. After hearing quite a few different YouTubers and influencers talking about Temu, I decided that I would take a look on their site to see if they had them, and sure enough they did. So I actually purchased mine from Temu, but when I got them, they weren't quite the effect that I was going for. The finish was a high gloss black and the plastic was pretty thin, so I was actually a little bit disappointed. I did make quite a few purchases just because I wanted to test them out, and it's really hit or miss with Temu. So if you're interested in these chargers, I would say get them directly from Amazon. To the top of the chargers, I layered in my IKEA set of dishes along with a matte black set of dinnerware, and everything that you see so far I already had on hand. So the only thing that I purchased new for spring were the moss balls. Because we have a lot of black going on, I wanted to soften the look and bring in a lighter spring napkin with some florals. So that was the next purchase that I made for my spring refresh. And I used these woven napkin rings. So what do you guys think so far? I think it's looking pretty good, but I want to add a little bit of greenery. So I picked up these julep cups from Amazon and I simply filled it with some stems that I already had around the house. Because I love blending classic and modern into my space, I brought in these marble candle holders, and I just love adding in the different texture as well. And so here's what we have so far. Okay, you guys, so our table is all set and ready for guests. And now we're going to work on our first recipe, and it's monkey bread. But this is going to be a little bit different. Maybe some of you have heard of this before, but in case you haven't, I found this recipe on a YouTube channel that I follow called All the Recipes, and I'll be sure to link it down below. Okay, so we are starting out with 2 cans of refrigerated biscuits. So for this recipe, we're going to cut our biscuits into 3 to 4 pieces. I wish I could show you guys. So for those of you who watched my last video, you would have seen my dog, Luca. He's very cute. He actually just wandered in the kitchen because anytime I'm sitting at this island cutting something up, he thinks that means it's something for him. Once in a while, he gets a little bit of a treat, but we're not going to do raw dough. We're not. What? I know I see you. He's staring. He thinks he's going to get some of this. You can't have biscuit. You can't have biscuit. You guys, I wish I could take the camera off the tripod so you could see him. What? You're doing, oh my gosh, he's doing his feet, feet, feet. He's so cute. He's like, feet, feet, feet. Okay, so we have all of our biscuits cut up. Now, in a large Ziploc bag, we're going to pour in 1 cup of white sugar. And then we're going to mix in 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. We're going to give that just a nice mix. Okay, and now we're going to start layering in our pieces of biscuit. And the important thing here is that you want to drop in a batch at a time, just a little bit at a time, to ensure that everything gets coated nicely and that the pieces don't stick together. So small batches at a time. And y'all let me know down below if you've actually seen this recipe before, or if you do a different version of this. I'd love to hear what you guys do. I had never heard of this, and I was so excited because first, I'm not a great cook. So things that are easy, that's always a great thing for me. And it's just really pretty. It actually is very, very pretty. And by the way, so while you're working on getting all of your pieces coated, you're going to want to go ahead and set your oven to 350 degrees. Okay, and in with the last of our biscuit pieces. And you just want to keep working everything around just to make sure that every piece gets nice and coated. Okay, so now that we have everything coated, we are going to take our bundt pan and we're going to give it a generous spray. I'm going to wipe out just a little bit of that excess. Okay, and in we go with our pieces. And you just kind of want to make sure that they're evenly distributed in your pan. Okay, you guys, so next is where the magic happens. So we're going to take 1 stick of butter, 1 cup of light brown sugar. I'm using light brown because that's what I had on hand. And I'm going to go a little bit rogue and add just a touch of vanilla. And we're going to melt that down and pour all of that yummy goodness over these biscuit pieces. Once that's done, We're going to pop it in the oven and we're going to bake it 35 to 40 minutes. Okay, you guys, so the mixture is all melted down. And by the way, I used salted butter for this, but you could use unsalted, I suppose, if you prefer, but I just like that extra punch of flavor. And now we're just drizzling this all over the top. That looks so delicious, you guys. So we have our mixture over the top of our biscuit pieces, and now it's going in the oven. Okay, you guys, so this is the moment I've been super excited to share with you. While we're waiting on the monkey bread to finish, I wanted to introduce you to something that's new to me. I had never heard before, and it's called affogato. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's an Italian coffee dessert. So it calls for a shot of espresso poured over ice cream. So let's get started. Yum. So we have our hot espresso. Okay, so we are going to add 2 scoops to each cup and hopefully not make a mess while we're doing it. And obviously, I let my ice cream get soft just to make it a little bit easier to scoop out. Okay, and we're going to pour over our espresso very slowly. Just let it soak into that ice cream. Oh my goodness, you guys, this looks so delicious. Oh, I can't wait to taste this. I've actually been sitting on this recipe now for a couple of weeks, and I wanted to wait to try it with you guys, so I'm so excited. Now, I took some chocolate bar and I just shaved some of it down for garnish over the top. Okay, so we're going to sprinkle a little bit of chocolate garnish, a touch of cinnamon. The recipe didn't actually call for the chocolate garnish or cinnamon. That's just me going rogue. I tend to do that with recipes. Okay, there you go. Italian affogato. Cheers. Mmm. Oh my gosh. You guys, that is so good. If you're a coffee lover and you like ice cream, you need to make this. Mmm. That's delicious. Just delicious. So now that we've finished this, we're just waiting on our monkey bread. And as soon as that gets done, we're going to add some final finishing touches to our tablescape. You guys, Luca wanted to pop in and say hello while we're waiting on our monkey bread. So this is what Luca is doing. Give me that. 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 Give me that, Luca. Can I have it? Give it. Give it. Give it. Can I have it? Can I have it? No, he's like, we can be friends, but you can't have the favorite ball. Look how pretty Luca is. What's Luca doing? Okay, you guys, so our monkey bread is out of the oven and it's been sitting for about 10 minutes. You want to give it a little bit of time to cool off before you plate it. Okay, let's see if I can get this done without dropping everything. So, moment of truth. See if I can do this without the pot holders. Okay, we have one little piece that went rogue on us. We'll turn it the other way. Nobody will know. But we're going to use that as our test. as our taste test since it's already broken out. And it is very hot, but it looks beautiful. Has that beautiful caramel crust. Just don't look at that side. We won't look at it. We'll turn it the other way. Okay, so we're going to use our little rogue piece. Let's give it a taste test. It's still very hot, but it smells delicious. Mm. Yes, yes, and yes. Mmm, it's so good. That crunchy crust, very delicious. And super easy. Easy enough that even I could do it. Mmm, 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 mmm. So easy to make. And everybody is gonna love this. And again, you guys, not my original recipe. I found this on the YouTube channel called All the Recipes. She's amazing. We've actually tried several different recipes from her, and everything has just been exquisite. So if you haven't heard of her before, I'll be sure to leave the link down below in the description box. So be sure to check her out. And now, one more bite. We got to make positively sure that it's good before we set it out for guests, right? Now that we have this all done, let's add the final touches to our spring tablescape. To the other side of the table, I added another mint julep cup and just filled it with chocolate kisses, just little treats for people to snack on as they pass through or as an after dinner treat. And of course, no tablescape is complete without candlelight. So with just a few new additions, I've completely changed the entire look of my space and given it a much lighter, calmer vibe. And here's the end result. At least a couple of times a week, my husband and I sit here at the dining room table and have dinner together. And I just love having a beautiful space for us to do that. It's our time to reconnect. And one of our favorite things to do is have friends over. We love to gather here and share meals together, and we can spend hours at this table just chatting and playing board games. So keeping everything low profile allows us to talk across the table and still enjoy a beautiful table setting. So my dining room and my entryway have both been refreshed for spring, and I did all of this under $100. Well, that's going to do it for today, you guys. I hope this video has left you feeling inspired that you don't have to have a huge budget to freshen your space for the new season. Just small, intentional additions and reimagining what you already have can brighten your entire space. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you found it valuable. And if you liked it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and be sure you hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all my latest uploads. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye.